How's it going, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? What's the word? What's the word? Zulu here with a bit of a different kind of video. So today we got an update as to when Fuga Sukuna launches, and just wanted to kind of bring this video to you guys and start a discussion. Like I said in the update video I posted like a while ago, a week ago, something like that. I want to be like a part of the discussions for the games that I play. In this case, Phantom Parade, we're in the first anniversary for Global, and one of the anniversary units, we already have Yuji and Todo, so it's time for Fuga Sukuna to be released. And as you can see on my screen, the date is the 24th of December. That's Christmas Eve, this coming Wednesday. As I'm speaking to you right now, it's Sunday the 21st, so that's just 3 days away, and I will definitely be summoning for him. I think I have almost 11 multis. That's not guaranteed to get the unit, but I'm crossing my fingers. We got Yuji in one multi. Hopefully we could get Sukuna in, similar fashion, maybe an early pull so that we could save some queues maybe for Mahito, the red Mahito that's gonna drop as well. But I'll just skim through this trailer. Dim the audio. I turned off the audio as to avoid any copyright. As you can see, this is Sukuna when he fought, I think when he fought Jogo. That's when he first unveiled the technique. But yeah, this is his, trying to just skip to his artwork. And there it is, Fuga Sukuna. It looks awesome. So he's gonna be a yellow unit. Strangely enough, I was thinking maybe a red unit, but to be honest, they've been giving away a lot of red units. We have Red Jogo, we have the new Itadori that just dropped, which is also a red unit. Mahito is gonna be a red unit when he drops, so it begs to differ. And we already have a blue Sukuna, so I don't think they were gonna drop a blue Sukuna as well. And there are a lot of busted green units already, so I guess it makes sense that he's a yellow unit, but I just wasn't expecting it. And what I want to go over as well is Sukuna's kit. This Sukuna is gonna be a physical unit, if I'm not mistaken, when I was keeping up with the JP releases and stuff. So I just want to go over his kit right now, so let's get to that. Alright, so here we have Sukuna. The artwork looks gorgeous. Love the artwork. So we're just gonna go over his kit right now. Like I said, he is a yellow type unit. This is the date when he dropped on JP, November the 28th. Like I said, we're getting him on the 24th of December, that's Christmas Eve. He's a limited time character, which means he will not be added to the standard banner, so we have to try as hard as we can to get him this time, or when he has a rerun. I would prefer to get him this time. I hate waiting for reruns, it takes so long to come true. Okay, so he's a DPS, an attacker. His focus is Jujutsu. Okay, so I was wrong, he's not a physical, he uses curse technique. Jujutsu is basically curse technique. And as you can see, stats, all that. He can't perform black flashes. That's sad. So I guess like I said, he's focused on Jujutsu, so he's not really gonna be doing any melee attacks mainly. So yeah, it would beg to differ why he can't really use black flashes. Okay, so we have his skill 1, playing around. So it deals 450% melee taijutsu damage to select enemy, which is 3 times, and it has a high crit rate. So crit rate is 30% for the first 2 hits and 100, so it's guaranteed crit on the third hit. And the critical damage 50% for the first and the second hit, and for the third hit, which is guaranteed, you get 150% boost to your stat. That's awesome. Wow, that's crazy. So skill 2, Dismantle, deals 450% range Jujutsu damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE. Okay, that's really good. Sukuna has an AoE, because the first Sukuna that released, his only AoE is his domain expansion, which is his ultimate. So So having a skill 2 for an AoE is pretty good. Inflicts 2 stacks of 30% continuous jujutsu damage, so it's laceration, just like the previous Sukuna. When you use his skill 3 or his skill 1, he has lacerations as well, which is with his skill 2. Each stack increases additional damage by 20%, so the more lacerations he has, it goes up by 20% for each one. But where would it reach its limit? So I know normally in these circumstances they would say up to like, it would stop at maybe like 80% or 50%, but they didn't include that here, so I guess it just keeps on stacking and doesn't have a limit. Increase all enemy damage received by 15% for 3 turns. So it's an AoE attack that debuffs. That's crazy. So not only is this guy gonna be an insane DPS, but he could also debuff. That's crazy. This is gonna be one insane character if I've ever seen one. Crit rate 40%, crit damage 50%, no black flash as we saw earlier. His skill 2 changed. I wonder what are the conditions to change this skill 2. But if there's one enemy in the wave, change the skill effect. Deals 600 range jujutsu damage to a selected enemy. All of these I'm showing you are level 10, so keep that in mind. This is the max that he can do. Deals 600 range jujutsu damage to the selected enemy and hits 4 times. Inflicts 2 stacks of 30% continuous jujutsu damage laceration, and each stack deals an additional 20%, just like the last one, and it also debuffs by 15%. So basically almost the same thing as the last one, which with the difference being wave. So as you can see up here, it say if there's one enemy in the wave, change the skill effect. So I guess when there's more than one enemy, we get this dismantle, and then when there is just one enemy, we get this one. Okay, it's a very simple condition. Skill 3 is cleave, 940% melee jujutsu damage to the selected enemy, 7 hits. Wow. I wonder how much it does say how much curse energy it's gonna take. So let's go back. So skill 1 is it doesn't take any curse energy. Skill 2 is 15. Skill 3 is 45. Wow, that's a lot. But as you can see, it hits you 7 times. That's insane. And 2 stacks of, instead of 30%, it's 45% laceration damage. Wow. And each stack is an additional 20%, just like the last skill. Crit rate is 25%, crit damage is 50%. Jeez, this guy is one heavy hitter. And his ultimate is obviously Fuga. How much? 2100% jujutsu damage range, jujutsu damage. My gosh. To the selected enemy with a crit rate. Inflicts 350% continuous jujutsu damage. Oh my gosh, so Fuga has an additional effect. It burns you in Pokemon sense. It leaves a burn. Wow, that's crazy. 2100% jujutsu damage. Insane. Cannot use ultimate skill until Sukuna have used dismantle and cleave in battle. Oh, so you can't fire off the ult unless you use both his skill 2s. Wow. Okay. I guess with a character this broken, you have to have some type of cap on it. So have to use both. Let's finish off the ultimate. Crit rate 100% and critical damage 150%. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I need this character. Let's check out his auto skills. He doesn't have a ultimate combo effect, so if he uses his ultimate with another character, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, so his auto skills: King of Curses. At the start of the battle, grants poison, darkness, soul stun, confusion, immunity to self. So he does not get anything. Like, you can't stop him from attacking. Essentially, grants immunity to instant death effect caused by soul damage to self. So that's basically Mahito. Yeah, he protects himself from Mahito, so he can't get like insta one shot by Idol Transfiguration. I think Idol's Transfiguration is the one that one shot you. Grants 30% flame resistance to self, so he's resistant to fire. When critical hit is performed, increases own damage dealt by 20%. So you see all these crits and stuff, all these high crit moves up here. Every time you land one, you get a 20% buff for 2 turns. Wow. Covers own cursed energy by 50, regardless of cursed energy cap. Oh, so if you hit your cap, if you're at your max cursed energy cap, you still gain the 15. That's crazy. If receiving a hit of 10,000, that's 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 10,000. 10,000 HP damage, or starting from 9th turn, one time during battle. Increases taijutsu and jujutsu stat by 20%. So if you get hit for 10,000 HP, or starting from the 9th turn, so like if he comes in on turn 9 or 10 or whatever, it increases his own taijutsu. He buffs himself after the 9th turn essentially by 20%. The skill can hit multiple times, it will count as one hit received. So if like you use a skill and it hits like 2 or 3 times, and it stacks up to the 10,000 HP, this auto skill activated. Okay, I think I get it. At the start of the turn, increases own damage dealt 1 turn based on curse energy. Also, depending on the amount of curse energy you have, you get a buff from it. Okay, so 60 to 89 is 10, 90 to 119 is 25, and more than 120 you get a 50% buff. Jeez. So this guy, being a yellow unit, he would run really well with Kaito Yuki as a battery. So if you guys haven't invested in Kaito because he's a rare character, I suggest you do this now in prep for Sukuna, because that's a really good seems like a really good unit to pair with him. So another auto skill, reverse curse technique. Okay, the blue Sukuna has this as well. He can heal himself. If HP is around 20 to 80% at the start of the turn, recovers its own HP by 20%. Okay, chance to pop is 30 to 45. Less HP, so the lower your HP, the higher the chance that you would pop this auto skill, which is good because it seems like the blue Sukuna just pops it at any random moment. Even if you have full health, sometimes he would just be like, yeah, let me heal for what? Like, if HP is below 20% at the start of the turn, recovers own HP by 50%. If the turn starts, your HP is really low, you get like half health recovery. That's crazy, but that only happened 1 time during the battle. Okay, after the above effect has occurred, change the effect into 20% HP recovery and has a 60% chance. Okay, last auto skill is the Smackdown counter. Oh, they gave him a counter. That's crazy. This guy is cracked. He has a counter state. If you don't know what counter state is, it's basically if you get hit by a melee attack, you have a chance to like not take any damage and like fire off an attack without doing anything. That's crazy. They gave him a counter. Well, I mean, they gave Blue Yuta a counter, but that makes sense because Yuta has Rika. Yuta has like an actual curse spirit alongside him, so that makes sense why he has a counter. Why the hell does Sugura have a counter? They're trying to make this guy busted, make him busted. They already made him busted. Jesus Christ. We're receiving a melee attack one time per turn, so he has the opportunity to pop this every turn if you're fighting a melee based enemy. Certain chance to deal 400% rage jujutsu damage to the countered enemy, and it's 4 hits. What the hell? Inflicts 2 stacks of 30% continuous jujutsu damage for 2 turns. Each stack increases by damage by 20%. Increases the countered enemy damage received by 15%. 2 turns. Recovers own curse energy by 15 regardless of the curse energy cap. Well guys, it's safe to say that this is gonna be the most broken character to date. What? With all the crits and side effects that his stuff has. That's insane, bro. This guy is gonna be awesome. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, I'm able to pull him with the 11 summons that I have. Well, I say 11, I don't have 11 summons yet. The 10 summons that I have. Not to mention they normally give you a free multi, so I'll have 11 or 12 summons. So hopefully I'm able to get this guy. But I have one more thing to show you guys before I end off the video, so I'll just show you guys right now. Hold 1 second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So coming in the near future, I think it was revealed to be like New Year's, JP is getting a new Gojo. We don't really have any other details other than that, but as you can see, it's called the 0.2 Gojo. I was wondering why would it be called that, but then I remember in the anime he uses domain for 0.2 of a second, and that's why it's 0.2, you know. Yeah, so that's why it's called 0.2 Gojo. But the artwork looks awesome. I prefer Suguna's, but the artwork is awesome. I'm really excited. This is just to get you guys hyped to see the new unit that's incoming, because it's gonna drop on JP. So obviously Global is gonna get it sometime after. As to when that would be, I have no idea. They tend to like skip certain units to get to the good stuff. Like I've been saying it this whole time, Global still hasn't gotten Red Jogo, so they skip Red Jogo in order to get to the good shit like UG and Todo. But we're getting a new Gojo as of time of recording. I have every single Gojo that's available in the game. Hopefully I'm able to get this one too. Hopefully it doesn't come out like right after Sukuna when I've lost all my queues. But yeah, we're getting a new Gojo, and like I said, we don't really have any more information other than that, but I will keep you guys up to date as on when we get the information. But if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. But at this time, I'm gonna get up out of here. Good night and goodbye. Bang. Deuces.